Hey guys, Andrew here. I'm sorry if it's a little noisy. There's yard people outside doing my neighbor's yard. But yeah, I have a model train out right now. But before we get started with my updated weather radio collection video, which I'm going to do, you'll notice something different. I've moved around some stuff. This isn't new. This is new in my room. It's just I've had it since like Christmas. Yeah, my dresser's over here, my electric drum set's over there, and all these shelves, which were previously right there and there, and where this little filling is, there was a big tall shelf, which is over here now. All that was over there. I've moved these two shelves in here, and I've moved this thing right here. So this is an updated weather radio collection video. I'm planning on doing a full one since y'all want to see it. So I actually might have to dig one out because I take one with me everywhere I go. So yeah. I've got about 3 more radios since I last did an update. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start over by my bed. Yes, there is a weather radio over by my bed nowadays. Following the refurbishment, the Midland HH54 VP is right here.
Inflow, which will help generate early morning showers and thunderstorms over the coastal waters.
Can't really see it, but
on shore during the late morning and pushing over the interior.
yeah, I'm sure you've seen it enough times to know what it looks like. But in case you haven't seen it, there it is. Ooh. Yep. It's a very good radio. I got it. I can't believe it's almost a year, or it might be a year since I got it. And yes, as you can see, my dresser is now weather radio central. The majority of my weather radios, or you could say the shelf, have been moved here. So, right here we have my Eton Zone Guard. They're all on the same channel. Now, I only turn this on to activate if, like, the weather's real bad. If there's scheduled to be really bad weather. This thing has a deafening alert tone. It sounds like a smoke detector. As they say, a weather radio is a smoke detector for severe weather, and which it is. Vex is the WR120EZ.
Storms will be capable of producing strong gusty winds, locally heavy rains, and frequent deadly lightning strikes. Spotter information statement. Spotters should monitor the weather and self-activate if needed. The current time is...
Saves when you do the volume. I find that quite interesting. And a little note, it's gotten a little laggy. I mean, look at how long it takes. And also, about this radio, you see how that NOAA thing is flashing? Mine has done that ever since I got it. Come on, focus. Okay, ever since that, my WR120EZ the NOAA logo on my WR120EZ has flashed ever since it was new. Next, this is a Radio Shack 12991.
Dammed inland waters are like chopped.
Nice radio.
Thunderstorms in the morning.
It has the same siren as this radio. and that radio. If you own one, I'm sure you know what it sounds like. These are the only two radios that I have set to sound an alarm. I don't want to be blasted out of bed in the middle of the night. So I keep them all on one. Next is the Capello CR2W, which I also have on display.
Waters and moderate chop. Numerous thunderstorms. Saturday night.
It's got a pretty decent alert tone. I'm trying to keep them short because my parents are sleeping. Well, anyway. Next we have the Radio Shack, or I guess you could call Audios 12996, because as you've seen, or as you might have seen, Radio Shack, this is how they say goodbye. And they've done that with some of their stores. Just Google like Radio Shack Audios and you'll see a picture of a store that has this above its doors. I've done that with a few of my radios.
Hours of isolated thunderstorms in the evening. Thursday, west winds around.
You might have seen that in my severe thunderstorm warning video. Like a few people noticed it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, next we have the Radio Shack 12993. I'm gonna turn this one on.
West winds 10 to 15 knots. Dammed inland waters and moderate chop.
This one came with me on my trip to Auburn, Alabama, which I did not take any videos on that trip. Well, I did on Steinhatchee. The severe thunderstorm warning for the Big Bend of Florida video was in Steinhatchee. Next we have my Radio Shack Weather Cube, and I did the same thing with this one. The Audios thing. I did the same thing with that one. It does work still. Well, it will work once I get the antenna up.
Surface forecast for the KHD32 listening area for the following counties in Florida: Hillsborough, Pasco.
So yeah, it still works. There. Okay. I did do that Audios thing to the 12991, but it rubbed off for some reason. I also did it to this one, but I kind of did a crummy job with it. Like, the black Sharpie showed up. I tried doing it with the 12522, but the Radio Shack on here is actually engraved into the antenna itself. So I couldn't really do that. I did try doing it with a lighter colored Sharpie, but it just didn't look very good. So I colored over it with a black Sharpie. I'm not going to turn it on because my parents are sleeping and that radio is relentlessly loud. Most of these don't have any batteries in them. But this is my Eton FR360. I don't really use it that much. Most of the radios on this shelf I don't really use that much. Like the FR300, the FR160, Freeplay IMAX. I don't think anyone else in the community has this radio. It is super rare. I think I'm the only person who has one. This is a KA-12 Air, but it doesn't have a weather band, so I'm gonna skip all the radios that don't have weather bands, unless you don't want to see them. This is actually my mom's old AM radio. It's Panasonic. It does work, I think. Huh, battery might be dead, but it does work. I've gotten it to work. Next is my scanner. It's Radio Shack Pro 404. What? Oh, are you kidding? The battery's dead? Yeah, battery's dead. Oh my gosh. Most of my radios have actually come from the exact same Radio Shack, which unfortunately shut down. It shut down very abruptly, too. Next is our actually newest and kind of old for the family. This is the weather radio by LL Bean. It's just the weather radio. And I need to get the antenna up. I'm just going to... Yep. So it does work. What? Are you really? 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 My weather radios hate me today. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh. Alright, hang on. Oh, jeez. One thing about that radio is it has a stupid 9-volt battery, which I actually think is dead because it's an older 9-volt battery. Yeah, it's dead. It is dead. Yeah, the battery's dead, guys. This is what my family had. This is a relative's radio. This video is approaching 12 minutes. Wow. What the heck? I thought there was something on my iPhone. Oh, never mind. But, yeah. It's just called the weather radio. It's not called anything else. And this radio is so old, it doesn't even pick up all the regular, or all 7 NOAA channels. All it picks up are 162.4 megahertz, 162.475 megahertz, and 162.55 megahertz, which is KHB32. So it cannot get KHC38, which is located in Largo, Florida. Whoa. Don't want to break that thing. That thing's old. And getting it on Amazon would cost $60. Mainly because it's old. And here's a realistic weather cube. I hear something on it? Nah. But it does work. I just don't feel like fumbling with it right now. Well, anyway. Oh, you serious? I forgot. Ugh. Forgot all about the La Crosse weather radio.
Lakeland, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 77 degrees.
15 knots.
That's KC38.
In the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Bay and inlet waters a moderate chop. Scattered thunderstorms.
Originally, when I got this.
This is NOAA Marine Weather Radio
sweet.
KC38, operating at a frequency of 162.450 megahertz. The tower for KC38 is located in Largo, in Pinellas County, and serves the waters of Tampa Bay and the surrounding Gulf of Mexico. This radio is sponsored by NOAA Fisheries, with programming originating from the National Weather Service office in Rutkin. This station provides warning alerts for Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pamco counties. Your coastal waters forecast for the following marine location. Tampa Bay waters, issued at 2:57 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
At the scene.
When I originally started getting interested in NOAA weather radio, and by the way, during a huge cleanout, my WR100 sadly is gone. It's not here anymore. It's gone. but that was my first radio that had a weather band. And that KAC-38 is the station that I originally listened to when I got that WR100 in 2008. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video and have a good day.